So his power doesn't bother you?
No, nothing's going to bother me.
I'm not a light heavy. You're middle now. The nose probably is light heavyweight. That's what it is.
I'm not going to roll over. I'm going to give it hell.
If he wants to try and come on my level, he can get hurt.
This is the face-off between Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron fighting on the undercard of Beterbiev against Dmitry Bivol in Riyadh. October the 12th, you can see it on TNT Sports box office. Ben, I'm going to start with you. What did you make of Liam's last performance against Lyndon Arthur?
It's one of those things. He's getting praised off losing. Everybody's saying, oh, he did this, he did that, he lost.
Was it a loss, though?
It was a loss.
You think?
And you said in yourself in your interviews, Lyndon's on a downhill slope, he's finished. You lost to a downhill slope, Lyndon. I'm the upcoming lion, and that's how I see it.
What do you make of him?
Do you know, to be fair, this is going to sound disrespectful, I've never heard of Ben because as I got banned, he were in the amateurs, so...
That just sounds like rubbish to me. You know what I mean? If he goes to his gym, I know his gym know about me. Ask Dalton, Junaid, Grant. They know about me, man. And you think, oh, this pretty, I'm good looking, of course. You don't get silver medals in the Olympics by dancing and hopping around on one leg. No one's really brought that dug out in me. If he wants to bring it out and get hurt, bring it out and get hurt.
Is it in there?
Listen, man, I ain't had to show it now because they're not on my level. I don't think he's on my level. But if he wants to try and come on my level, he can get hurt.
So, Ezra, yeah, he wound you up.
That's what the cameras it did.
He wound you up. You wanted that knockout.
Well, I've watched a couple of interviews. Oh, Ben doesn't hit hard now. You've had 30 plus fights and got 5 more knockouts than me. I've had 8 fights.
Yeah, because obviously back in the day I was light middle. Do you know what I mean? I was
you're not a light heavy. You're a middle now. When I looked at you, 100%.
Do you think?
Yeah, you got a little beer body, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got a big ass head, big nose to hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see them battle scars.
The nose probably is light heavyweight. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Good
know
one.
what I mean?
I like his little banter, but your battle scars on that eye. I've heard your shoulder's bad.
Yeah, you'll see this shoulder when it's drilling your head out, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take the last bit of follicles out your head as well.
He said you were funny. He described you as funny. Do you mean the style? Do you mean the personality when you use that description? And how do you respond to that?
Listen, a lot of people take this game personal. There's nothing personal between us two. At the end of the day, it's a fight. We want to take each other's heads off. But I seen his dad out there. We shook hands. I signed his little thing. At the end of the day, we're doing this for our families. And I respect him for taking a fight. But I just know I'm going to win, and that's it. I'll move on to the next.
Do you know what? I ain't had to call him out. I had to do anything at a press conference. I'm just me. Go to the gym, I go home, I look after my kids and my family. That's it. There's nothing else interests me. I'm like, I respect Ben. I do respect him. He's a good fighter. I'm happy to be here. But I'm not going to roll over. I'm going to give it 100% hell. I ain't got a quit in me. Not one quit.
I want to ask you about your style. I'm going to put the caveat in that I don't mind it. I quite like it because I know that it winds you up when people criticise you. But what do you say to those people?
Like I said, it's all opinions. At the end of the day, I'm doing it because it works. I'm doing it because it gets me follows, things like that. There's an art to it. Being able to stand in front of someone and make them miss that close, you've got to have skills to do it. I've been doing it since a young boy. I've been boxing since I was 7. But I've got many game plans. There's an A plan, a B plan, a C plan, the list goes on. If I need to switch it up and adapt, I can do.
What's on the inside? Because we haven't needed to see that yet.
A real fighter, man. You know what I mean? People who know in the background, I wasn't this pretty boy boxer, I was actually a fighter. I was the smallest in the weight class. I used to hurt people, walk them down and hurt them. And then I thought, hey, I'm quite good looking. I don't want to mess up my looks. So for the first bit of pro, I'm going to keep it nice and clean. But at the end of the day, there's a real dug in there. Where I'm from, you got to have that dug in you.
You said at the press conference that to box, you've got to keep your hands up. And he needs to keep his hands up against you.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's...
It's predictable, though, isn't it?
You can't say that because
predictable,
the top-level people put their hands down. If you like this, and I don't want to start being critical, but if you have your hands up, you're slow, You stand there like a zombie. If that's boxing to him, that's boxing. But me, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. There's all different looks. So saying you can't put your hands down, that's just silly.
It's not really though, is it? Because the first rule in boxing, you have to put your hands up.
I break the rules, man.
You're doing that.
I break the rules.
Yeah, well, it's gonna cost you though one day. It is gonna, honestly, it is gonna cost you.
Maybe we'll see.
That's from my heart to you, as a person. It will do.
No, man, thank you very much.
This is a big card. It's a great opportunity. And it's a great division when you think about it. Look at the division in general. I mean, you are having an opportunity in one of the hottest divisions in boxing, and you must be aware of that going in.
Of course, you just look at the top of the bill. It's for all the belts. It's not happened in this weight category for a while. And being a part of it, being a part of history, Riyadh season, it's amazing, but I don't really focus on any other fights. I treat every fight as a world title fight. This is my world title fight to get me to them.
You're planning on a knockout?
I've said many times, everybody wants a knockout. I'm going in there to hurt him, dominate him. And he says, take me to deep waters. I can swim, baby, so I'm going to take him to some.
You said he hasn't got the power. He can't knock you out. If we go by what you said, he's not got the punch power to do that.
No one else has done it. I've never been dropped, ever.
So his power doesn't bother you?
No, nothing's going to bother me, because I've took this fight and I've been on Linden. I lost, split decision, by the way. One judge had me winning.
You still live by that, man.
No, it's not though.
I don't want to start knocking you, but in our house, if you lose, you lose. You know what I mean? You don't get no fist bumps, no handshakes, you lost. It don't matter if it's a split decision, a count back, the rest fell over, something crazy's happened, disqualification.
It's going to happen though.
Man,
and that's where it's going to be psychologically damaging for you.
No, when I lost in the Olympics, I couldn't go over there and say, can I get the gold? I lost on a split.
You won a silver medal, didn't you?
That means nothing, man. We're in the now. You lost. Yeah. You got me. I'm the faster, better version. You struggled with Linden. You're going to have hell.
Did you think I struggled?
I watched 2 rounds and I couldn't take it.
So how can you
I
say
watched 2 rounds. I couldn't take it anymore. But my teams watched you and they said, Lord Jesus, I can see you're not really confident, man.
Not really confident?
Yeah. So I just hope you've done the work, because I'm confident, because I've left no stone unturned.
I never left camp.
Ahead, baby.
I never left camp.
I hope, but you've been in jail for a couple of years. I've never left camp since you've been in jail. But I saw me years ahead. While I don't want to start bringing up your past, but while you was in there, I've had 150 amateur fights, top level.
You say you've seen a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
What's he good at? What are his strengths?
Eating shots.
Yeah.
Strong, tough, typical British fighter. Takes shots. He's got heart, but you need a lot more than that to beat me.
What about Ben?
He's fast. He's got good feet. But he has to do that. He wants to break when he's doing that. He knows that. He 100% struggles with confidence because...
Struggles with confidence?
Yeah, this is all in act because he has to do stuff like that to boost his confidence up.
Do you?
You have to.
We'll see October 12th.
People have said when he spars him, he don't fight or he spars.
I spar even sexier.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now because I can, but no one's brought that real need for me to do what I can do.
Didn't Ezra wind you up enough to slaughter him? No.
Not at all. You see me wobble him a couple of times in there. I laughed, I smiled, I waved at the camera. Knockouts and things like that, in those level fights are nothing to me. If you come as you say you're gonna come, it's just gonna be, you're just gonna end up as a meme, man. It's gonna be really bad for you, but I hope they're paying you enough for that. We're training for the bigger nights, the world titles. You're not gonna do that hopping on one leg. So we leave no stone unturned. I'm a true professional. I live the lifestyle. Don't let all this silly stuff fool you. I'm a real, true professional. And the way we train is diligent. I believe I'm at that level as a Bivol, as a Beterbiev now. I just need a bit more experience, a couple more fights. And when the door opens, it opens. If this guy wants to bring the plan B, Ben Whittaker out, it can get scary. That's it.
You said to me that Liam's strength was eating right hands.
Not right hands, every shot.
Every shot. Okay, so what about his weaknesses?
I don't want to start exploiting. We might go back and start trying to tighten them up. I don't think there's enough time, but there's always weaknesses in everybody. There's always things you can exploit.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
of course, there's weaknesses in everybody, but I'll make sure I tighten up on mine. You've been in the game for years, and I've seen the same problems. So,
What about Ben? Chinks in the armour? What do you think you can exploit?
He's watched 2 rounds of me and I've watched 2 fights of him. We'll find out, won't we? But I will test him. I will chuck big shots. If he thinks I'm not light heavyweight, I've got light heavyweight power, 100%. You ask Lyndon Arthur,
I don't need to ask Lyndon. I don't rate Lyndon.
Don't you rate him?
I don't rate Lyndon, so
Good
if that's what you're
fighter.
banking
Beat
on-
Yard. He beat Yard.
I don't care who you beat. I don't rate him. And you said he was on that downhill slope, which he is, and he still beat you. So for me, that's what I need to know.
If you win, is it life-changing for you?
Yeah, 100%.
That's a big incentive.
Of course it is. Even if he wins, it's another step in it towards big things. So it's for both of us, isn't it? It's his little challenge, and it's a step for me as well. I've not boxed an Olympic silver medalist, so I'm looking forward to that.
How does it end?
There's no prediction from me. I'm not really into all this, but it'll be a good fight. I know it will.
Ben?
Let Ben Whittaker win. And that's it.
Do we get a handshake?
Of course.
Looking forward to it. Ben Whittaker, Liam Cameron, Artur Beterbiev against Dimitri Bivol is top of the bill. It's on TNT Sports box office. These two are going to go at it. Make sure you don't miss it.